What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Filsinger Games Character Spotlight with Mike and Brock.
Mike.
I'm Brock, and tonight we are going to continue our trip through Civil War 2099 with the updated cards for Lord Nexus and Draconian Sheik.
Yeah, it's pretty good. We'll start off. Who do you want to start off with?
Let's do Nexus because I feel like we just did Draconian Sheik.
Well, we kind of did, but
We absolutely did.
I'm a big fan of this Nexus drawing. I know a lot of people don't like it.
I like it. It's not bad.
I was trying to remember. I think I have the original artwork somewhere up in my office.
Uh-huh.
I got a bunch of the small because the Bendis drawings weren't that big.
Yeah, he would do multiple on a sheet of paper.
Yeah, and so I think I have him, Pollux, and what's his name? The tag gladiator for Thunder, Overkill.
Okay.
I think I picked all those up for between $5 and $8 each.
Back in the day before Bendis was the king of Marvel.
Yeah.
This is a pretty big downgrade for Lord Nexus.
Well, yeah, he's at the end of his career. That's what it was supposed to be.
Still a decent tag guy,
Yeah.
but he's sliding into a manager role. He's got a distractor rating of 6 on his card.
I think they had him teaming up with Ursa Major at this point.
I think so. Yep. He started Titan Wrestling was their tag name. The trainer Jim was still around for a year or two after this card came out, I believe.
I think Jim might have retired. Or this might be Jim's last year.
Yeah, I think he hung around. Yeah, he hung around till 2100, so
Yeah.
a year after this one.
Because I know Nexus didn't win anything. Uh, with this card.
Yeah.
Like I didn't drop him down to my UWF, my starter fed. He stayed up.
He's a star.
Yeah. He just stayed up and he just was turned basically into the one of the opening match guys. He
Hmm.
still wanted to compete, but he couldn't do it at the high level.
Yeah. Makes sense. He's a
Yeah,
fighting titan. Like he's an original guy. I feel like if they want to be around, they get to stay around.
yeah, he's always going to be one of my favorites. I won a lot of tournaments and placed in a lot of finals with that guy.
Hmm.
And if anybody, in the originals, it was always Titan drop, Titan drop,
Yeah.
Titan. I rolled a lot of fives and sixes with that Titan drop.
Yeah, the double finisher was huge in that first set.
And I think I have my fastest ever match with that card. The first Lord Nexus card against Thantos in a cage final. Bob Ashby, one move.
Head into the cage.
Nope. Thantos had his six on level one. His if you roll a six, it was into the turnbuckle.
Hmm.
So he threw Lord Nexus into the turnbuckle, and I rolled double ones, which was you run into the knee.
Yep.
And Bob Ashby rolled double ones.
Not a good time to roll snake eyes.
Can you imagine the fans? I think I've talked about this
Oh, here's
before.
this big match.
You have a tournament final, and it ends with one move, knee to the face in a
Hey,
cage match. Oh,
it's a shoot. It's a shoot.
but it's I really liked, and the pose was kind of neat too. Like if you look it up, he's
Yeah. He still got the skullet,
yep.
his signature skullet.
And Bendis did give him some pupils.
He did a
He's
little bit.
kind of giving you the cut eye, but
His eyes are very shadowed by his large brow.
yeah.
there is a little bit of a reflection right here if you look closely.
Yep.
And he's got the signature Titans pocket T-shirt that Bendis created for these guys.
Now for this, I think he dropped to a 1 finisher, a 0, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't
And
tell if he's wearing dishwashing gloves though.
he's
He could be.
and what's his power and agility? It's like plus.
He sells a -2 agility +1 power, so
Yeah. Okay.
his pin dropped to 6'3", which I think it was what 5'2" to begin with, or was it always 6'3"?
Always 6'3".
So that stayed the same. He has 4 downs total on his card though. He's got 3 on level 3 defense and 1 on level 2, so
Yeah.
he's getting knocked down a lot. I gotta refocus myself. There we go.
But they made him a, he's a fighting titan.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed him when he did leave. I think I put him out on top. I don't think he won his last match.
Yeah.
I
His
think
card's not terrible. He'll still pick up some wins here and there.
Yeah. I think when he left, I had him fight. I'm trying to remember his last match. It might have been like Darkos or a manager, just to
Mm-hmm.
give him, or a close match. And I think it might have been Darkos. I honestly can't remember because Darkos was the manager of the assassins who they were
Mm-hmm.
feuding.
Yeah, I think he's still active today, I think, as a manager. I think, or did he finally retire? I just happen to have the I haven't read this yet. Slacking.
Just happened to have Origins 2093 at my disposal.
Yeah, it's just sitting here. Yeah, but we're not there yet. We'll talk about that when we get there. But he hangs around the GWF in some capacity for a long time. In fact, I think he is still active. If not this year, then the year previous, he was still active.
Yeah, but he's a solid. No, that card's not solid, but character wise, he's one of the guys people have always circled around. Everybody liked him. I've never met a person went hate Lord Nexus.
Yeah, me neither. He was always a good guy too.
Yep.
Never flip-flopped.
No, he's the Ricky Steamboat.
Mm-hmm.
And you've downgraded him, so you can't really power creep somebody you're downgrading.
Nah, there's no point in doing that. That we're gonna start seeing that a lot. We'll see a lot of these starter guys are gonna be starting to fade out.
But I will say, I think Lord Nexus was the second guy in my promotion to hold every title.
Nice.
Now, that was with his first card. The second card, it was downgraded on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't meant to win a title. I don't know if anybody ever captured a title with him, like with that card,
Mm-hmm.
unless it was, of course, a um you had some people have a job or title or something along that line.
Yeah, like a secondary tag title or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Lord Nexus. Not much more that we can really say about him. He's on his way out, clearly. But he'll still pick up a win or two here and there.
Yeah.
The C ring rating's gotta hurt though.
Yeah.
He's got a B and everything else, but
he's older.
Mm-hmm. He's not gonna take it outside if he doesn't have to.
No.
But this guy, on the other hand, he loves the brawl outside the ring. He's got an A rating on his out of the ring chart.
Yeah, this is his first card. Was
Mainline.
an SE, if I'm correct. Special edition.
I think he was in the set.
Oh, was he?
I'm pretty sure. Let me check the wiki here. I'm pretty sure he was in the set this time since the last one was an LE.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, the first one was Ellie. This one's he's actually in the set.
Yeah, he's in the set, mainline set. So yeah, so now everybody could get him.
Yeah, and he is improved.
Mm-hmm.
He's got that dreaded add one.
Yep. Sadistic use of a sharp object.
And Tom openly admitted that uh, the inspiration for the Draconian Sheik was the original Sheik because Tom was such a huge fan of him.
I think the story is, without saying the original Sheik's name, is he's a clone of him.
Yeah.
So that's I mean that's pretty much saying that it's this guy. But they could probably say it now because the Sheik's signed to the game, so
Yeah.
I don't know how that would work if you could cross him over.
You could have the original Sheik and his clone
Yeah,
as a tag team.
taking the Kronos.
Yeah. They could be one of the now both me and you have both teamed up the same wrestlers multiple times.
It's true.
So it's nothing out of the ordinary that could happen.
No, he's a clone.
Yeah. I had Pollux 1 and 2, and you had Dreadnought and Comrade Terror.
Yeah, they were a great team.
So Draconian Sheik and the Sheik, well, you know,
They're different characters.
they're different but the same.
Mm-hmm. Have to see how they measure up against each other. I've never compared them side by side.
Now, I still use this Sheik. He's captured a few titles for me. They're all mid-level titles.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a heavyweight capturing guy.
He's a straight up brawler. Every one of his moves, looking at his card, he has a body slam. It's like his only wrestling move, pretty much.
He's teamed up with Pharaoh Ketty, as we talked last week, and they're a tag team called Desert Storm.
That's a cool name. It's perfect for 1993 when this came out, too.
Yep. Sheik and the Pharaoh. You really
Yeah,
can't go wrong.
yeah, it's perfect.
But how would you upgrade this man here?
He's got a C in ropes and death jump. I'll make the ropes a B.
Yeah, that C ropes is a killer.
Yeah. Because I think on the current charts, you can roll like a 4 and end up getting pinned.
Yeah. Same goes for death jump.
Mm-hmm.
They're the two you never want to see a C. If I see somebody with a C in death jump, I am jumping all day long.
It doesn't matter who it is. Yeah. Yep.
Roll up, never. Into the ropes, C, never. You're going.
But this guy was putting people through the table, putting people through tables in 1993. That's one of his moves. Slam on the announcer's table.
Yeah. Now the original Sheik I saw wrestle.
Okay.
He wrestled, I'm correct, Crazy Chris Colt.
Ooh, Crazy Chris.
Now, some people might know that name. He was like a hardcore guy on the indie scene. Dude was super weird. I've heard many stories about him later on.
We need to get him in the game
But I remember
with Johnny Hotbody.
Sheik throwing a fireball into the crowd.
Can't do that anymore.
No, and we ran like he's chasing people through the crowd. The chairs are going everywhere.
Speaking of that, I mean, it's just I saw it today. That's why just this past week, Scott Steiner did a show in I think it was India, and he just walked toward the crowd, and that crowd just parted like the Red Sea. Like they were terrified. He just walked toward the railing, and you could just see them all. It was from like the past couple weeks, I guess. It just started surfacing online. It's hilarious. You have to try and find it.
It's funny. But for me, for upgrade, well, if you're going to do ropes, I'm going to do death jump.
Yeah, those are two pretty glaring. I mean, his card's good for what it is.
Yep.
Who he is and where he's supposed to be on the card and everything.
Yeah,
So,
he's a mid-level brawler.
and that ad one. I mean, there wasn't a lot of ad ones yet in the game, so that makes him pretty
No,
tough.
no, at this point in time, add ones. There only might have been three other guys.
Yeah, it wasn't too common.
So yeah, he's
I
not.
like this art better too than the other one.
Oh yeah. And it's funny because the first one I thought he was wearing an eye patch.
He's doing this. I'm out of focus. There we go. I'm back in focus.
I'm like, why has the Sheik got an eye patch?
He poked himself in the eye with his sharp object.
That's what I was thinking.
It can happen. You got to be careful.
But we can switch gears and head into our Mount Rushmore.
All right.
And the topic was our favorite starting pitchers.
Yeah. I went entertainment value for mine.
Well, okay, it's your favorite.
All right. So
So let's see who you got.
I got Pedro Martinez
Which
because
Pedro? There's two Pedros.
the one from Boston, the one that beat up Don Zimmer.
Okay, yeah. He didn't really beat it. He kind of threw him down.
Well, here's the thing, like everybody was trying to vilify this guy. The man was charging at him. He
Yeah.
grabbed him by the head and threw him to the ground.
Yep.
What else was he supposed to do? Let it Don Zimmer is a lot bigger than him. What was Don Zimmer's role anyway? Was he the mascot? I mean, seriously.
He was, I think, the first base coach.
Was he
Yeah.
the mascot? But that cracked me up. I love watching that clip. He's 80 years old. What's he doing? It was like a wrestling moment. And then I'm going to go with Nolan Ryan for, I
Okay.
mean, he was when I was growing up, he was the guy. But I also remember when Robin Ventura charged the mound on him and he got him in a headlock and just pounded his face in.
There's I think it's on Netflix. There's a documentary about Nolan Ryan,
Okay,
and that fight's on there.
nice. Wasn't much of a fight.
25-year-old Robin Ventura.
I enjoyed that a lot. Then big unit, Randy Johnson. My favorite highlight of his is when he killed the seagull. Just exploded. And then the stuff that he did with John Kruk when he would mess with him at the All-Star games
Oh,
was hilarious. So
Crook just stepping in.
yeah. And then he turned around and batted the opposite way. He's like, I'm not gonna do anything. He's like, I'm not even gonna get it close to the plate. But that was fun. That's back when the All-Star game was fun.
Yep.
And then for my last one, I'll give a kind of a serious one. Doug Drabeck, because I got to see him lead the Pirates to 3 straight division championships. And that was the last time the Pirates were good. So was what 90, 91, and 92, I think, were the years that they were the best team in the National League, but never made it to the World Series. Let's go Bucks. I guess if I'm going to do
Your honorable mention.
I'm going to do Roger Clemens. I mean, I know their whole steroid controversy and stuff, but they let him play, so it's not really on him if it's true or not. They let him play, so and he did well.
Yeah, Jeff sent me his.
Oh boy, this is going to be great.
Yeah, he's starting off with Mike Bielecki from the Chicago Cubs, then following it up with Don Carmen from the Philadelphia Phillies, Lance McCullers Sr., because there is a Lance McCullers Jr.
I like Junior better.
from Detroit Tigers, and then because he's a Reds fan, Jose Rios. And then from the Montreal Expos, Chris Nabholz,
Ooh,
who went 5-0 when his mom was watching him pitch. He never lost when his mom was in the stands.
she should have come to every game.
I know. People should have paid her.
Yeah, they get mom into every game.
Yeah.
Who was that? John Smoltz had that one sports therapist that whenever he was in the crowd, he would win. Remember that guy? Forget.
Me, my top four, Doc Halladay.
That's a good one.
I was a big fan of Roy. I saw him pitch probably 4 or 5 times live.
Hmm.
Like he would get upset when, they would come to take him out of the game.
Yeah.
Like I remember because I saw him, I think, pitch 4 times. 2 were complete games, and the one they pulled him out in the 7th inning, and people were losing their minds. And I'm like, the Jays are up 12-1.
Yeah.
They're just going to give some bullpen some work.
Hmm.
The
Yeah.
lead is safe,
Right. Right.
and even
That was
he
a
didn't
big
even
deal
see.
then, though, to get a
Yeah,
complete game in. No
yeah.
one cares about that anymore, but
There was I think 2 complete games last season. Like the pitcher who led the league had 2.
yeah.
My number 2 would be Roger Clemens. I was always a big fan of him.
Hmm.
Like I even read his biography.
Yeah.
It's great. My next guy would be Greg Maddux.
Oh, Greg Maddux is a good one.
Yeah,
Braves.
yeah. Chicago Cubs.
Yeah.
I saw when he said, I'm going to throw a 98-mile-an-hour fast curveball. You know it's coming, and you're still going to swing and miss. And then to round up my top 4, I'm going to go with Nolan Ryan as well.
Nice.
I was always a big fan of like his 5,000th strikeout came against the Toronto Blue Jays. I was watching the game,
Oh, nice.
and I think it was Ricky Henderson when he was playing for the Jays.
That'd be cool if it was. Ricky Henderson. Lou Brock was a great base stealer, but now I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
Yeah. And and when you watch his biography, it's really good. I
It's on
recommend it.
Netflix. I'll
Yeah, especially if
check
you're
it
a
out.
baseball fan, check it
Hmm.
out. It's only an hour long.
Yeah. I just want to see him beat up Robin Ventura again.
And my number 4 honorable mention is going to be also from the Toronto Blue Jays, a guy by the name of Ricky Romero.
No relation to Rocky Romero.
No. Now, the one thing I liked about him, now I think he won a Cy Young, or he was up for it a couple times. But you know how at the start of every game they'll have like Dave from the local bank throwing out a first pitch.
Yeah.
So they always try to get players to catch the ball.
Hmm.
And I guess they have a sign up sheet, and the players are supposed to sign.
Hmm.
So none of the players really like to sign. So there was one season, you're at home, 82 games. Ricky Romero signed like 78 of the games because none of
That's
the players
cool.
wanted to, and he's like, fans want to meet a player. I'm going to be that guy.
Yeah.
So year after year, he'd sign up for all the games that nobody wanted.
That's cool.
Like he didn't have to do it. Solid guy in my books.
Hmm. Yeah. Character goes a long way
Yep.
for sure.
So that would be my 4 with my honorable mention for my.
Solid list. I don't know
And
what Jeff was thinking.
I have no idea. Don Carmen, like, come on. I
At
could
least
see a
go
bunch
all
of wheels.
Reds.
Yeah, you just
Oh
never know.
well. Always a good time.
And on the weekend, I went and saw a burlesque show. My first one. My wife got us tickets to see The Empire Strips Back.
Nice.
No nudity.
Okay.
There's none. It's a burlesque show.
Hmm.
But she got me this, and it's in Japanese. It's The Empire Strips Back in Japanese.
There you go.
She's like, why don't you I got you a shirt. I'm like, okay, cool.
Nice. I'm wearing a safety yellow shirt. Keeping it safe here.
Yeah.
So everyone can see me sitting here.
From the NDW last night.
Yeah, yeah. It was a fun show last night. We did
I was there
the
for about a half hour. Freaking Lambert
Lambert.
kept winning. Oh, I was getting pissed.
He took out 5 of the 10 in the field. He
Sons
didn't
of
win though.
who won it? Because I ended up leaving after
The
he got a
debuting
reward.
Robert Hager Knight.
Oh,
He took number 10. He came in number 10. I swear it's not rigged, even though it feels very rigged that he came in number 10. Because he's the new big guy, big bad guy of the next year for NDW. But we'll see how that goes. He's gonna have a cage match against Lambert coming up that a fan Crimson 666 requested with his channel points. So
and where can we watch this?
Sunday nights on Twitch. Link below. Speaking of links below, if you scroll on down, you'll find all our friends who make Filsinger Games related content, including the official Filsinger Games podcast Roll Up, the Legends team's Uncharted Territory, Dizzy Dice from Lee Longpree, the Filsinger Games fan cast from Grant here on YouTube. You also find Grant's solo promoter, Dave Little's Heartland Championship Wrestling, Brad Plays 81, and Bucky, our newest friend of the show. I'm on Twitch, like I said. I stream. My schedule's all out of whack right now. Craziness in the household. New baby coming, so I hope to continue to stream. We'll see how that all goes. That might be something that goes on the back burner for a little bit, but check that out. Also, if you have not yet done so, click that subscribe button. We have set ourselves a lofty goal of 164 subscribers in 2024, and we're not getting there, so we need your help.
We're at 139.
And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit the notification button. You'll see whenever we post new stuff. I repost the NDW streams if you want to get caught up on that. A new jumping on point will be coming on soon. The season 3, 2135 will be starting in a couple weeks. So that'll be a nice jumping on point if anybody is wanting to join without having to get caught up on a lot of stuff. So yeah, should be a good time.
Okay then.
We'll be back next week, hopefully with Jeffrey.
Yep. Hopefully with Jeff. Hopefully his tongue's healed.
Yeah, I mean, when you get an injury like that, you don't know how long it could take to come back to be able to speak.
Yep. Okay then.
Poor Jeff. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Good night.